morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are across the globe. My name is e-Seun Ajayi, and this morning, this afternoon, this evening, depending on what it is, where you are, your location, I want to intimate with us something that is very, very vital, and that is the fact that you should beware of what you think, of what you say, because each and every of our actions is a product, a direct product of what we think. Think of it. Is there any invention or any product or any service or result in the world as we know today that didn't start as imagination? They all started from somebody must have thought about it. If nobody has thought about it, then it can never be realized. So for the fact that something was able to be, let me use the word given back to, or something was able to be produced, that means somebody must have conceptualized it, in their imagination. And now the person was able to take a step further, into the realization phase, whereby that concept now becomes the reality. It can turn into a physical product, it can turn into a sort of service, it can turn into a sort of product or result. So something like that. So that's exactly what we're talking about here. And with this now, that means we must be very careful. Let me make a very simple analogy of what happened in the biblical times, the Tower of Babel. Many of us are aware about it. So, and when I was going through this, something actually caught my attention, and that was the fact that when the Bible said that these people, they thought in their hearts to build, a tower that will reach to the skies, so that they will be able to reach everyone and the likes. And God saw that thing that they imagined in their hearts. That was the immediate next verse, the verse that actually followed. So God actually saw what they imagined. Imagine, they just imagined something in their hearts, and God saw it physically. God has seen it, because if they were not stopped, that thing will come to reality. So in the spiritual realm, that thing has been actualized already, even though it's still in the imagination phase. So that means we should be very careful about what we imagine, because anything we can imagine, we can achieve it. But this is where it becomes very, very, serious. It doesn't need to be positive alone. Even if you are imagining negativity, then before you know it, you begin to imagine them, whether consciously or unconsciously, or even subconsciously. It could come in form of a reflex action, something you cannot control directly. So that's exactly what we are talking about here. So please let us be very careful about what we think. So that is why it is very important to renew our minds. Be ye renewed, renew our mind. Let us continually renew our hearts. Let us feed our hearts with what we want to become. And that is the word of God. Thank you very much. I still remain yours, Oluwaseun Ajayi. God bless you all.